Hello everyone, welcome back to another video and welcome to our not so new anymore house here in the northern suburbs of Perth. So today we're going to be showing you around, and this is being titled an empty-ish house tour because whilst we did move in about a month ago now, we're still very much building the place up. You can probably hear it's still a bit echoey. So if you have any ideas as we're going through this video of things we could do, things we could add, we would love to hear them. So why don't we start right here? So here we have our dining area, and this is an interesting space I find, just with these two sort of half walls really kind of cornering it off. One of my friends did say that this would make an excellent puppy pen. However, that is not on the cards for us at the moment. So we do have this nice little light fixture which came with the place, and you'll notice as we go through that everything was very much decorated in a classic kind of Hampton style. With the wainscoting and the light fixtures and stuff like that. And what we're doing is we're trying to honour that, but also give it a bit of a beachy flair. So if you saw our moving in vlog, you will know that we got this table off of Facebook Marketplace on moving day, which we were very, very chuffed about. The rug that I'm standing on, we got from the clearance section in Harvey Norman for $199, which in my mind is absolutely bargain of the century. And then this buffet here is also another Facebook Marketplace purchase. So you'll notice there is that theme running through. We have splurged on a few key pieces, but for the most part we do try and get most of our furniture secondhand if we can. So I think we'll go outside in a minute, but for now that is the dining room. So now moving into the kitchen, we have this amazing, light, bright, airy kitchen, which we absolutely love. Main thing we love actually is these high countertops. So I'm 5'10", Jamie's 6'3", so we are definitely on the tall end of the spectrum. And we find that these countertops are definitely taller than the standard countertops and are absolutely perfect, as we're normally sort of hunched over, chopping up vegetables, washing up, whatever it is. So yes, definitely loving the high countertops. Nice thick stone workbenches, absolutely love them. We do get quite a lot of comments actually on these pendant lights, which are a vibe. And one of the main things we absolutely love about this kitchen is the gas cooker. We spent quite a long time in our apartment in Shenton Park cooking with electricity, which really didn't do the trick. So now we've got gas, we are cooking with gas. There's a few themes and a few things that happened when we were moving in that were almost eerie with how well they fitted, either look or dimension. So one of the things that was definitely eerie how well it fit was our fridge. You will notice we've got about 2 to 3 centimetres in the side and about 1.5 centimetres in the top. If this fridge was any bigger, I'm not sure it would have fit. If you've watched our Shenton Park house tour, you will know that one of our requirements for living in Australia is having filtered and refrigerated tap water, which our trusty fridge now does with the help of a plumber. So the rest of the kitchen is fairly bog standard, to be honest. We've still got our coffee machine, which we had in Shenton Park, again, a Facebook Marketplace find. We just find that everything's really kind of accessible in here. We haven't yet filled up all the cupboards, but we are certainly getting there. The other thing that is very exciting about our kitchen is the pantry, which I have made some attempt at organising. It's just quite cool to have all of this storage tucked away. We've got things like the mop, the hoover, and everything in here. 10 out of 10 for the walk-in pantry. Another couple of things, just a bog standard oven and dishwasher and various unexciting things like that. So I think that's it for the kitchen really, fairly bog standard. and nothing else to report. And now we come into our living room, or the first living room, I should say. You will know our sofa very well if you've been following us at all. From Harvey Norman in Osborne Park, still there, we were there this week. Absolutely love this sofa. And we've actually ordered a chair to match, which I'm very, very excited about. But yeah, this is all just a copy and paste from our flat in Shenton Park, and we've even managed to get some of our photos up on the wall, including this one that my dad took. And then we've got this TV, which is a bit of a monstrosity. I'm hoping that it's going to blend in a bit more once it's mounted on the wall. Again, absolute bargain from Facebook Marketplace. It's got the soundbar and the subwoofer, which is the main thing that we wanted from it. And yeah, it's made for a really little cozy watching area in our living room. So I'm not going to show you what's in here. A, because it's very unorganised, and B, because this is Jamie's office, and it's actually one of the rooms that we're going to try and do up a little bit ourselves, so we will be making an entire separate video for Jamie's office. And then in here we have probably the low point of the house, I would say. We have the guest bathroom. So I think this is the only room that the previous owners didn't touch when they renovated. So the house was built in the early 2000s, I think. And as you can see, very much still original tiles and bath, etc. Which is an excellent segue into the fact that we are getting the bathrooms renovated, starting on Monday actually. So very excited to kind of strip this out. We'll take you along for the process, of course, and just modernise this room a little bit and add a toilet, because that is one thing that, as British people in Australia, there is a bit of a debate as to where a toilet should go. And for me personally, a toilet belongs in the bathroom, so that when I get up off the toilet, having done my business, I can immediately wash my hands without having to touch any door handles or leave the room, spreading my germs throughout the house. So we're bringing a toilet in here and doing up the bathrooms, which we are very, very excited about. Speaking of toilets, this is the guest toilet, which is off the laundry room. So guests would have to come through the laundry room into the toilet to use it, touch the door handle, and then use the laundry sink to wash their hands, or go back round into the bathroom to wash their hands, or the kitchen or something. I don't know. Anyway, toilet, laundry room. The laundry room does have a built-in laundry basket, which is very cool, and probably something our guests will use. But we have our own laundry baskets in our room. And our trusty washing machine that we did buy once we moved into Shenton Park. And yeah, it's quite cool to have like our own little laundry space. We've got some cupboards and shelves here, and just be able to kind of shut the door on it really, which is quite exciting. So here we've got what we're calling the guest wing, and yes, it is. We are now getting to the parts of the house which really, really are in need of some furniture and in need of some love. This we're thinking of making into kind of a half guest lounge, half sort of study area. So maybe a desk here, maybe a couple of chairs there, and a small shelving unit here for knickknacks, bits and bobs, books, etc., and somewhere where guests could come and you know, relax, have a workspace, etc., if they needed it, which we're very excited about. Because in terms of guests, we lived in Aberdeen for 6 years. I think we had a couple of guests come round. The main guests were my dad and my stepmum, but really very rarely had any friends stay, maybe once in that time. And between now and Christmas, we have my best friend Sarah coming to visit, our friends from Brisbane coming to visit, my dad and my stepmom coming to visit, and then my sisters joining as well. So we are so thrilled that people want to come and share our house with us, but we need to make sure that it's worthy of their time and attention when they do get here. So that's going to be an ongoing project for the next couple of weeks. We're keeping our eye out on Facebook Marketplace, etc., as well as some furniture sales to really make this place a bit warmer. So this is probably going to be the room in the house that gets used the least. It's sort of the third spare bedroom or the fourth bedroom, whichever way you want to look at it. As you can see, just using it for storage at the moment. And this is going to be the kind of main guest bedroom. As you can see, the light's really nice in here. It's got a good amount of storage and is the bigger of the spare rooms. We do have this mattress. It is an Emma mattress, which we got when we first got to our apartment in Shenton Park, before our bedding and our bed arrived in the shipping container. So we've been lucky enough to drag that along with us. And if our guests are lucky, we may even take it out of its plastic wrapping before they get here. So yeah, not too much to say about the spare room other than the fact that it needs some furniture. One thing I just wanted to pause in our little route through the house here is this lovely drawing illustration of Perth that my friend Emma got me for my birthday. I absolutely love it. It's got the cat bus, it's got the DNA tower, it's got black swans, it's got the high-rises, skyscrapers or high-rises. Yeah, very Perth-esque, UWA, etc. So this is now somewhere where we can walk past it every day. Nice bright colours, absolutely love it. So here we have a formal living room, which we resent slightly, to be honest. We do not need a second living room, nor do we entirely want one, if I'm being honest. We basically just feel like we're not going to spend much time in here. We haven't spent much time in here. And we're basically just going to need to furnish it for the sake of furnishing it, really. So if you remember the kind of buffet, the sideboard from the dining room, it did come as a set off Facebook Marketplace with these two. I'm not quite sure if they're going to stay here or go elsewhere, but they're here for now. And yes, this is another room that's in desperate need of some furniture and some softening up, some rugs, etc., artwork on the wall. I'm not sure if we'd put a TV in here. That feels like a few too many TVs in the house, so yeah, we'll see. And the final room that we are going to be showing you in the house is the master bedroom. So we did ship our bed from the UK, as you well know, and we are slowly going to be changing pretty much all the furniture in here. So the plan is to move this bed into the guest room, and we will be getting another bed. So watch this space. We just felt like this was a bit low and a bit small for the room. So the bed that is coming will definitely fix that problem. We do have a little dressing table area for me at the moment. This was actually a little sliding wheeled, this is just a sliding table on wheels that I bought when I had knee surgery to kind of go over the bed for me when I was in bed for a lot of the time. And this lovely full-length mirror, which again is off Facebook Marketplace, is a sign of things to come in this room. And then in here we have our lovely walk-in wardrobe, which is really proving to be really useful in terms of just keeping the floor drobe out of the main room. We're actually finding that we're not accumulating sort of piles of clothes, which, if I'm being honest, we may or may not have done in previous places that we've lived. So yeah, we're just finding that the layout in here is really lending itself well to keeping organised and keeping tidy, and we are absolutely loving it. I love the carpets. I do have shoes on at the moment, but I do just, you know, it's one of those carpets that you just love to get your feet into. We do have a TV. This will get wall mounted eventually, but it's just on this unit at the moment. Again, a bit of a luxury for us. We've been dreaming of having a TV in our room for quite a while, and we've finally done it. So we do have an ensuite, which has the corner shower here and a lovely big corner bath, which is one of the things that really made us excited when we saw this listing online. But if you kind of zoom in, you'll realise that a lot of this tiling is original. It is an MDF top to the vanity here, and overall is just feeling a little bit dated compared to the level of renovation that the rest of the house underwent. So we have decided to redo this bathroom as well, with a little hint of what's to come in the corner here. So yeah, again, an ensuite is something that we have never had the luxury of having, and we are absolutely loving it, and are going to love it even more once the bathroom renovation is done, which again, we will be sharing the process with you. So I think that's it for the inside of the house. So let's go outside. So we do have lovely sliding doors, which just means it flows seamlessly from that dining area inside into our outdoor living space. So we do have a full outdoor kitchen, we have an outdoor bar, we have the barbecue, we have a sink, which is a bit of a funny story. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that the sink was actually blocked. It turns out the drainage doesn't actually link into the sewage, it just goes into the ground, which means it's got a macerator box to kind of churn up any bits and bobs you've got flowing through the pipes before it goes into the ground. But macerators tend to kind of block up, which it has done. So our options are to replace the macerator, knowing that it's probably going to block up again, or basically install a mini septic system called a soak well just for that sink. So basically that sink at the moment is just for decoration and we won't be using it, and I'm not sure we ever will be because I can't be bothered with all of that. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning out here. If you saw our moving in vlog, you will know that it took us a nice afternoon to build all of this furniture from Bunnings, which is a great little set. And this honestly is just probably what sold the house to us, to be honest. We just saw the photos and the videos of what was out here, and I'm not joking when I say it took my breath away. And every time I see it, I just pinch myself that we're so lucky to be able to live here. So you can follow me into the swimming pool. So we absolutely love our swimming pool. We haven't had too many days where we've actually wanted to get in it yet, but it's starting to warm up. It's 29 degrees today, and you best believe every opportunity that we do get, we are in it. So we had a bit of a lounger casualty. So the previous owners did very kindly leave us these loungers. Unfortunately, this one has lost its, there we go, lost the other half of it now, has lost its support. So we will need to get some new loungers and also have enough for guests. So looking forward to building out just the poolside space. So if you're not familiar with pool safety in Western Australia, you do have to have a fence around your pool of a certain height, etc. And the city, whichever city you live in, they will come and do, I believe it's an annual inspection, an annual pool safety inspection, just to check that everything is as it should be and that nobody is at risk because of the setup of your pool. I have to say the pool is a bit of a steep learning curve. We're still getting our heads around it. We have had a pool guy round to tend to it since we've been here, but we really just need to spend some time and understand all the chemistry and the mechanics of the pumps, etc., so that we can do it on our own. So not only do we have the pool area, we do have this nice grassy space, which to be honest doesn't get used that much, but again, maybe it will get in the future. Jamie is making the face as if he was a dog right now, but not this week. But the most exciting thing out here is our washing line. We are so excited to have a washing line. In our last apartment, it was against the strata rules to put washing on your balcony. So we would do it occasionally. I know, sue us, but we really didn't feel very comfortable doing so. So to be able to put our washing on the line, have it dry in whatever it is, 30 seconds flat in this nice dry Western Australian heat really is a luxury, as well as some of these plants. I believe this is a lemon, a lime, an orange. Anyway, some sort of citrus tree, this one. And yeah, I do have to keep my eye out for snakes. There was a post in the local Facebook group this week that somebody had a snake in their back garden, so it's not something that we can completely ignore. So the last couple of bits to mention outside are our outdoor blinds. So this does come up and down, as well as this one, which does provide us with some shelter from the sun in the evening. As you can see, the evening light streams in here, which when the cooler months is great, in the hotter months is the last thing you want. And the final thing that is so exciting about being outside is something that my sister and Jamie got me for my birthday, which is an outdoor cinema setup. So we have done it once. We watched an episode of The Office, curled up on our day bed lounger thing. We turned this around, projected The Office onto the fence behind me, and it was just such a magical night, and something I'm sure we are going to be making a regular thing in the summer. So that brings us to the end of the house tour. So we do have some bits and bobs we're going to be doing over the next few weeks and months. As I said, lots of furniture coming in, the bathrooms are being done, but if you've seen anything that you think, oh, you need to do this here, you need to do that there, please let us know, because honestly, our minds are not interior design oriented. We do struggle a bit with knowing what's going to look good or knowing what's going to go. So please let us know in the comments what you think might look good. And we're so excited to bring you along with us as we get all of that done. But for the meantime, I'll say goodbye and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye!